Part 2. Sorry, first grade. Mrs. Smith is taking these videos on her phone, and I am not an expert videographer, so pardon me, but let's continue. He often went hungry, eating only roots and berries. Although he suffered many hardships, Patrick never lost hope. God kept directing my path, he said, and I feared nothing. At last he came to a port on the Irish Sea. There he found a boat preparing to sail. He asked if he might go along. His request angered the captain. "You cannot travel with us," the captain shouted. Patrick turned away, and as he walked, he prayed that the captain would change his mind. Before he finished praying, the captain called him back, and they set sail at once. I wonder who intervened. After sailing for 3 days, they landed on the shores of Britain. The land was covered with thick forests. For almost a month, Patrick and the other men wandered in the woods. The captain feared that they would never find their way out. The men suffered from hunger. Many had collapsed, Patrick said. The captain, a pagan, asked Patrick for help. "Tell me, Christian," he said, "you say that your God is great and all-powerful. Why then do you not pray for us?" "Turn in faith to the Lord my God," said Patrick. "Ask him to send food." She wants to sit up here with me. The captain and his men followed Patrick's advice, and that same day a herd of pigs appeared. "From that day onward," said Patrick, "we had abundant food." After resting for 2 days, they traveled for several more before they came at last to a village. Patrick left the men and continued his journey. When he finally reached home, his parents embraced him. "After all the troubles I experienced," Patrick said, "they earnestly requested that I never leave them again." Patrick was content to stay at home until he had a dream that changed his life. "I saw in my dream a man who had countless letters from the people of Ireland," he said. "They asked me to come back and to walk among them once more." Because of this dream, Patrick believed that he was chosen by God to convert the people of Ireland to Christianity. His family and friends tried to persuade him to stay home, but Patrick knew what he had to do with his life. "I live for God," he told them, "and to teach the Irish people." Setting aside family, luxury, and comfort, he sailed across the English Channel to Gaul, which is what we now call France. He spent several years preparing for his mission. He studied to become a deacon and later was ordained a priest. In time, he was made a bishop. It was then he set out with a group of followers to brave the dangers of barbarous Ireland. Even after years of study, Patrick felt that he was not well prepared for his mission. He knew, however, that God would protect him and guide him. Patrick baptized and confirmed thousands of Irish people. He ordained priests. He helped those who wanted to become monks and nuns. He traveled throughout Ireland preaching to all who would listen. "I went everywhere," he said, "even to the farthest districts beyond which nobody had ever gone." And always Patrick faced many dangers from people who did not want to change their pagan ways. He was threatened, imprisoned, and again enslaved. Patrick recounted how his enemies seized him and his companions. "They wished to hurt me. They took away everything they found, and they put me in irons. And on the 14th day, the Lord delivered me from their power, and our belongings were restored to us." Patrick stayed in Ireland for more than 30 years. Besides facing persecution by Irish pagans, he battled the pangs of homesickness. "How I wanted to go back to Britain, to my fatherland, and to my parents," he said. His wish was not to be, and on March 17th, in about the year 461, Patrick died. But his work lived on. He became known as an apostle to Ireland and its patron saint. All Ireland became Christian because of the priests, monks, nuns he left behind, continued to spread Patrick's message, inspirited by his words. We ought to fish well and diligently as the Lord teaches, saying, "I will make you fishers of men." We should spread our nets to take a great throng for God. Everywhere there should be clergy to baptize and exhort the poverty-stricken and the needy folk. And that's the end of our story. Thank you.